I think it worked, Kate.
Oh, very good.
I think we're in.
Now, I haven't gotten a notification, so I got to find it.
Okay, so the first attempt of this show did not, I'm going to put my microphone in. The first attempt of this show did not work for whatever reason. So we're trying again. Fiddling with my microphone. Forgive me. I had all this set up and working or prepared, and then we failed. So, all right. It looks like a good number of people found the new notification, and we're started. So, my apologies for that. I was a little surprised there when the app didn't work. And there's Kate, my partner in crime.
Good morning.
Moderator, one of many moderators here on the Daddykirbs Farm live show. My moderators, I'm really proud of the team of moderators that I have. They not only do a great job here, but they are a group of people reaching out into other channels, training other moderators, and really becoming a force for good. And I'm just super duper proud of each and every one of my wrenches.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. The topic for today, really sort of the general topic is springtime. It's so beautiful here right now. The temperature is just gorgeous. The activities of spring are so fun and full of life. Hey, look at that, building with Brian already with the first. Yep. With the first. I was just sharing with Kate that I think I'm going to order a bunch of these squirrel charms and find a way to incorporate giving them away. I don't know exactly how that will work yet, but I'm gonna think about that. There's the first one. Thanks, Brian. All right. So yeah, my squirrel hat is a little lonely. I really don't do it for the squirrels, but it's fun. It's fun. You guys make that fun. Thank you very much. So we have lots of things just to show and talk about, and just stories to tell. Stories to tell?
To tell. You must be from Texas.
I've been in Texas how many years now? Let's see, this is 2019, so 21 years. That's enough to rub off.
Yes, it is. I've been here my whole life, and I don't talk like that.
Tell you.
And I do business, not business.
Business. So, yeah, and that right there is one of the reasons why I choose for a long time never to do a live show, because things come out, and I like to be able to edit. I like to be able to cut those things. So this morning, what are you drinking? Tell me in the chat. What are you drinking?
Coffee.
This is tea, and this morning I'm using. Whew, the ducks must have been let out. They're noisy back there. Excuse me. I'm using the Kai hibiscus berry. There's something, if you drink this tea, there's something you need to know. Oh, we got kombucha and coffee, iced tea, diet cola. Mary finished her coffee. She said she had coffee. Susie Bosch with coffee. So if you're drinking the Kai hibiscus berry, it's very, very, very good. It's very good. Man, somebody needs to feed those ducks. I fed the cats this morning because they were they jumped right on top of Kate's laptop several times.
They were trying to type for me. Look at them go.
They're just, I don't know what they're looking for, but they're screaming and running. Goodness. What I was getting ready to tell you about the Kai hibiscus berry tea is that it's very, very tasty. However, it must be acidic because it doesn't accept cream well. I had cream in my tea this morning, and it all separated and came to the top in little curdles. So that's not good. So I had to go make a new cup of tea without cream. It is good tea.
Mary Hoffman's 10-year-old son said to you, "Howdy, partner."
All right. Howdy, partner. Who was that? I heard you, but I didn't register in my mind. Oh, Mary Hoffman's 10-year-old son says, howdy, partner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, howdy, Mary Hoffman's 10-year-old son. Yes. All right. So let's talk about plants first, because I think Mama Curbs is going to come out with the baby duck and the baby chicks, and we're going to show chicks, and we're going to just chat about different things. Well, actually, before I talk about plants, I want to show you. Last week, I was gifted by my friend Kate with a lot of carrots, a big bag of carrots.
About 35, 40 pounds.
It was a lot of carrots. So I went to work and made fermented carrots, and this is with garlic and chili. I made a total of 6 quarts, and then I have lots of extra carrots left over for other things. I only have 6 of these lids, so I did 6. It has the glass weights and with the lids. So I'm experimenting to see how this works. If it works out well, and it looks like it's going to, it smells so good. Did you smell it?
No. Ooh, yummy.
Oh man, fermented carrots with garlic and chilies.
I've got to try that.
It's very, very, I mean, I don't know yet, but I think it's going to be good. If this works out well, I'm going to order more lids, and we're going to do a lot more fermented veggies.
And I can get more carrots anytime we want them.
Yeah, nice. Well, I may want some, because I love fermented carrots, and they can sit on the shelf for a very long time.
I've never tried one.
Are you serious?
Never tried. The only fermented anything I had tried until this year was the milk kefir.
Well, I think you're going to like fermented carrots. They're like a snack, different
Oddly
than
enough,
anything else.
I don't like bread and butter pickles, which are David's favorite.
Oh,
but
yeah?
I don't like them because they're sweet.
Right. Yeah.
But I love dill pickles. So.
Yeah, so the fermented carrots shouldn't be very sweet, especially, with the garlic and the pepper or chilies. And I do have a plain with no chilies, because you can't do pepper.
Right.
So maybe next week we'll crack that out and just taste them, because everybody likes to see live show consuming stuff, right? All right.
Karen says to send the carrots up to her in Minnesota.
Nice. Yeah.
And Shelty Garner says, make me try one. Next week.
Next week we'll be tasting the fermented carrots. They're probably fine now, because they are, let's see, this is Saturday. They're 6 days. So technically they're fermented, but I like them to go a little longer.
And my sauerkraut, I taste every day when I stir it, and it's done. It could be eaten right now.
Nice. Yeah, it doesn't take long.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long.
And it's nice and crunchy. That I like. I don't like limp vegetables.
That super soggy sauerkraut, I don't really care for that either. All right. Bread and butter pickles. Those are tasty, but they are sweet. They are sweet. And they're not my favorite. I prefer the sour pickles.
I like sour pickles for cooking, but just for snacking, I prefer dill.
Yeah. Well, dill's a little sour. I mean, they're not sweet.
Right. But I like true sour pickles for like my potato salads and things like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And those hot dogs.
Those pickles that you made for me went great in potato salad.
Great.
I mean, you gave me 2. You gave me bread and butter, which we just have eaten plain, just out of the jar. And then you gave me the
dill, probably.
I guess
that's
dill.
The other one I've made.
Yeah. So, but those went great in potato salad. And we've made, in fact, those are gone. I think we might have a few pickles left, but yeah.
Good. I've got a whole bunch more. You can have some more.
Nice.
I made like 30 pints of pickles plus 2 or 3 quarts that day.
Well, they tasted really, really good.
Thank you.
All right, let's see who's here. See what's going on. Pardon us as we just enjoy a conversation here in front of the camera. Let's see. How many wrenches do I have in the house? Kilted Gardner, Dolly Perry, Wee Tree, Kate, of course. That may be it, unless I'm missing somebody. as I sometimes do. Awkward silence as I scroll. I can make a song out of that. I won't do that here live, but sometimes I sing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't hear you, so
Yeah.
But then I don't hear most everything.
All right, man, it is so good to be here this morning. It's so nice. It's just a beautiful morning. Last night I was visiting with my friend Robert from Rising Kill Farms. If you guys have a chance to check out, I almost squeaked there. If you have a chance to check out Rising Kill Farms and look at his mission, what he's doing, he's growing food. He has a mission to serve the underserved in the communities. He sells at local markets. He gives food away to different people at different times, whenever he sees a need. He's got a beautiful garden space and several large greenhouses that he's getting refurbished right now to set up different projects. And he's just a really charismatic, fun person that has a great heart for farming. He professionally is a hairstylist and has a very successful business. But then evenings and weekends, he is farming, growing food, and feeding people. So check out Rising Kill Farms. And last night I went to visit him, and he gave me a number of plants. So I'm going to show you what I have. He's at market this morning. You guys probably remember the Saturday that I spent. It wasn't a very successful live show because the Wi-Fi was terrible, but I did do a live show from the New Braunfels Farmers Market, which is where he sets up. And so you got to meet him a little bit. You also got to meet him in one of my kombucha videos, which was he had kombucha questions. You can check that out and meet Robert in that way too. But so last night I went and he gave me some plants. He wanted to try. We're a little late in the season for some of these things, so we're going to be creative about planting them in a little bit of shade. But yeah, we're going to see how it works. He overseeded. He has way too many seedlings, and he planted everything he could plant. He gave me a number of tomato plants last week, and also some of these plants. So he's trying to get these plants that he started in the ground, somebody's ground. So this is a red romaine lettuce. This is one that we're going to have to protect from the heat. So it's going to have to be planted in the shade.
Squirrel.
Uh-oh, second squirrel. What did I miss?
Ronald just begged you.
Ronald is in. Checking in. Oh, wow, you guys, I thought I was caught up. Checking in with the $10 squirrel. Thank you, Mr. Ronald. Get my... There we go, 2. Oh, man, I forgot. How can I forget? Probably because of the whole confusion with the way the show started.
Right.
But so here on the Daddykirbs farm, did I just say but so? I did say but so. That's not what I meant. Here on the Daddykirbs farm, we truly believe that everyone has a story and every story matters, even when you forget to say it 14 minutes into the show. So let's do it together. Let's sit up straight, put our hand on our chest, and say, my story matters because I matter.
Because I matter.
That's right. Kate matters. Your story matters.
Thank you.
Because you matter.
That's right.
Very good. So I do honestly believe that. My story matters because I matter. For those of you who are in the house that don't know where that came from, I'm going to give you the brief story about my story mattering. Anyway, so there was a time, if you watch my channel through the history, the 10 years of Daddykirbs Farm, you'll notice that a lot of those earlier years, I was timid, not forward, always a little nervous, hesitant, whatever all those things are. And a lot of that stemmed from me not really believing that what I was sharing mattered. Like, I didn't understand that there was value in what I was doing. And even though, you know, if my videos and my channel never get to be the greatest on YouTube, I'm okay with that, because I have grown as a person. And I believe at one point, God shared with me that you are a special human being. You are created to be special, and everyone has a story, and every story counts. I believe that was given to me. And so I like to share that. That at first, when I accepted that message, I repeated it to myself as a way for me to communicate to me that what I'm doing is valuable and that I matter. My story matters. So once I accepted that and I started internalizing that, I thought, no, this is way bigger than me. This is for everyone, because everyone has a story. Because I don't think the message was, you have a story and your story matters, Blake. It's everyone has a story and every story counts. So you guys, with your stories, whether that is something you share online or just with your family or friends or your neighbors, it matters. How you share your life, share your story, communicate with people based on your experiences, because your experiences are your story. Fiona, come on. Fiona's a booger. She jumps up here.
Okay.
There you
I was
go.
going to pick her up, but she didn't want that.
She just wanted to get on your laptop.
Mm-hmm.
So, believe it. Your story matters. And share your story. Because when you share your story with someone, basically what you're doing is loving them. First of all, you have to be able to listen to their story, right. Accept the fact that somebody needs to share and you need to listen. But also, there's lots of times when people need to hear your story. Mm-hmm. So you need to be willing to share that. All right. Where am I now? What's the next plant? This one, I wish I can remember the name exactly. It's a white something eggplant. I can't remember the whole name, but it is. It's an eggplant, and it's going to produce a smaller, round eggplant. So I'm excited to try that. We grew some eggplant last year, and it turned out okay. But the purple eggplant, the texture never really got quite right. So most of those ended up feeding chickens and not us. We tried to eat them, but the textures were not quite right. So this one, Robert from Rising Kill Farm says that this one should have a better texture. Looks like it's got, I can't see, hold on. I don't know if that's just aphids or it's got something on it, but we're probably gonna clean that off and get that planted in the garden today. I don't know if that one has it. This one's got.
Those are aphids.
Yeah.
You just spray them down, and you guys have a few on this one as well.
Yeah.
Just need to spray them down with some warm water with dish soap.
All right. So we have a few other plants. We're going to show some other plants. I really do try to keep up with the chat, but I'm terrible at it because my view of the chat is just not as nice as what you get on a laptop because I'm on the mobile device. So I have a flat of other things, some Swiss. Again, we're a little late in the season for that, but we're going to try in some creative places to see if we can get that to grow and produce a little bit. Then we also have there in the middle some cucumber, and they are looking fantastic. And then on the end, I have 3 varieties of sweet peppers. Each of these will be a smaller, probably, I was trying to think of a pepper smaller than a jalapeno. They're the small multicolored peppers. So there's lunchbox peppers. And then this one, I probably won't be able to say the name. Escamillo peppers. And what was the other one? I don't have another tag. Can't remember the name of the other one. I would have to ask Robert. Anyway, all of them are going to be smaller sweet peppers.
Karen said to tell you your use of mattering was correct. It is the present participle of matter.
Present participle. I got to tell you,
English teacher.
I got to tell you, Karen, that the whole participle, all those
all those long dangly words,
all those things in English, it caught me by surprise every time. I still don't know what most of it means, but
third one.
Oh no, we got another one.
Yeah.
All right, who was that one?
John Hafenecker.
Happy in with $5 for aphid control. Nice. Oops. There we go. You got to hang these on the shirt collar now because we were risking eye damage hanging them on the hats.
I think they look better on the hat.
They do look better. They're more fun on the hat.
Down here instead of up there.
I guess I could do them back here instead of where. Let me try that. They are more fun, but
because you're not speaking English, you're speaking Texan.
I'm speaking a combination of all kinds of languages because my life has taken me from Indiana, which has its own language, to Florida, to California, to Texas. Oh, I'm grabbing them off the table. I'm just ready to put a bunch of squirrels on. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore or why. Getting caught up.
Oh, Deborah Westphal said, thank you for the sand in their latest blizzard.
You're there. That's better. Put them back here. I don't know if I have room for 10, but
well, we can hang them on mine.
There you go. A table fool in the woods. Good morning. Says, I have lived in all those states too. Blame the military. Yeah, mine.
Another one.
Two. Another squirrel. Kilted Gardener with $2. Get your squirrel bling on. I'm getting it on. So 2 of the 4 states that I have lived in were because of military. The other 2 were by choice. Well, one was by birth and the other was by choice.
You've lived in how many 4 states?
I think only 4.
I've only lived in 3. I've lived in Nebraska, Florida, and Texas.
Well, you have now lived for the longest in the best.
Absolutely. I was born here, and I've only spent 2 years away from here. One year in Nebraska and 1 year in Florida.
So you're in good shape.
Yes.
I loved Florida. When I moved to Florida, I really enjoyed Florida. It never felt like a place I was going to be able to spend my whole life in, but being there was nice.
I enjoyed it. Gardening in Florida.
Oh, yeah?
You could stick a pencil in the ground and get an oak tree. I mean, that place is amazing how you can grow things.
Wow. And I'd never gardened in Florida, so I don't know, but it seems like that wouldn't be true because it's just so sandy.
Yeah, but in Tallahassee, which is where I live, it rains every day at 5 o'clock, year round. So you get rain, you don't have to water the garden. Even though it's sandy, the water just runs right off through, but it gives the plants enough.
Right, so it gets plenty of water, plenty of sunshine, and then you just amend with compost and mulch and whatever. Right. Nice, nice, I can see that. Very nice.
Oh, Alicia says the squirrels look better on your hat than on your shirt.
They really do look better. Look how I'm stroking my squirrels. They really do look better on the hat. And I'm glad you mentioned moving them back because just hanging them up here, even though it was fun, I did get hit in the eye a few times. And even you remember Bo.
You just need me to tell you things like that.
Apparently I need.
Well, I have a lot of experience with bling.
Oh, there you go. See, I'm not.
You're not a blingy kind of guy.
I have not in my life been a blingy guy.
No,
although there was a time when I wore earrings. I did for probably 6 years of my life. I had earrings. Yeah, I may have already told that story.
I know a lot of guys that used to wear earrings that don't anymore.
Yeah,
and
well,
a few that still do.
Well, just, you know, for me.
That they wear the little tiny posts, like a single diamond stud.
Yeah. For me, it just, one, the military interrupted that. And then when I had that choice again, it just seemed silly. So I never went back.
Oh, Karen, Kicking with Karen says that you need to come to Minnesota and do a live show up there.
That'd be fun.
If you go, I'm going with you because my daughter lives in Minnesota.
Ah, right. Yeah, that'd be fun. I wouldn't mind doing I think I've made this joke already, but I thought I would do the my brain is crazy.
Senior moment, but don't tell him.
Yeah. Justin Rhodes. Do the Justin Rhodes thing. My mind just blanked on his channel, his name and his channel. Do the Justin Rhodes thing, except I would call mine the not so great American tour. That's not nice. That's beating myself up.
Well, if you go up into Canada, you can say the not so American great tour.
There you go. That's a good idea. But I actually had a similar thought. I'm going to sound, this is going to sound probably not true, but it is true. Before Justin Rhodes did his thing, I had a similar idea, not building a bus. I'd never had that idea, but I had the idea of going and traveling for a year to a bunch of different farms and showing and telling stories. And then Justin did it. So I thought, now I'll just look like I'm copying. Hey, Pine City Apiary, by the way. So I did your suggestion in the beehives. Hive number 3, you said something about I could stagger or checkerboard the sometimes I feel like I already told all these stories. The frames, yeah. But anyway, if I already told the story, forgive me. I put deep and medium frames in the same box so I could get those medium. I can convert those medium frames that had all the brood into a deep box. So, and I also split that hive and tried to take hive number 3 into 3A and 3B, I guess. Anyway.
Did you have queen cups that you could transfer to the other one? Or are they going to make them once they get over there and get settled?
Well, typically, if a hive discovers that they are queenless and they have eggs to work with, they will make a queen. I'm not going to give it away because the video that I am editing is that story, or at least it's in there. So you guys will have to watch that. Sorry, just something about YouTube. Us silly YouTubers actually want you guys to watch our shows. If you stagger the frames, does that mean you give spirits to the hive? I don't know what that means. I'm sure it was a
Carry
joke.
ghosts from one hive into the next.
Oh, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Can't wait for the bee video. Me too. Me too. Neither. Because the bee episodes are fun. They're fun to shoot, but they're really long to edit because when I take the cameras, like right now, I don't have somebody to go and be the camera person when I do those. So there's like an hour or more sometimes of bee video that I have to scale down to a reasonable show. Sometimes reasonable is 10 minutes, sometimes it's 20 or 30, depends on how active I could keep that video. And this one will include giving updates on the splits that you saw in the last video. So Hive 1 and Hive 2 were split, and so you'll get to see how those worked out. And then also the condition of Hives 1 and 2. And then the story of Hive 3, because you didn't get to see how Hive 3 happened because that wasn't in the video. So I did that after the video, after the last video, then I made a video. I'm just talking around. Anyway, you'll get to see some beekeeping.
One of the beekeepers whose channel I follow amazes me because he captures swarms and he reaches in with his bare hand and scoops the bees off of the hive he's trying to move and puts them down to the box and doesn't get stung. He does it over and over again. He picks them off and puts them down on the box.
Wow.
It's amazing. It really is.
That is amazing.
He seems to be fearless.
I bet he doesn't live in Texas.
No.
And I'm not saying all the bees in Texas are rowdy, but it does seem that the bees here in the South are more rowdy than those up north. And I'm just going to guess that if somebody is working their hive with no suit and they're reaching in barehanded, that they're probably not in the South.
Well, he does wear a veil. And
Okay.
he is in the South.
Oh, he is?
But he doesn't wear the full suit. He does not cover his hands with gloves.
Wow.
And and he's capturing wild hives, wild swarms. And he just reaches up and slowly, gently scoops his fingers along, and they fall into his hand, and he puts it down onto the top of the box and gently turns it over, and they go down inside.
Nice. Well, I do know that the swarms, when bees are swarming, that they are less defensive. So you can manipulate a swarm with less risk of being stung than when you said hive. I thought he was reaching into an actual hive.
Oh, like a box hive.
Yeah, or even where they make a hive.
I've seen him reaching where they've drawn comb like over a branch.
Okay.
And he's reached up and done the same thing and
Wow.
moved them down.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I wish I had more beekeeping. I wish I had more time to do more beekeeping, because even all the different beekeeping channels that show some of that cool interacting with bees, like Tim Huffman from the family. Is he here today?
Not yet.
Okay. He does a lot of things where he shows he is catching swarms and manipulating hives.
He has like 27 hives now, and most of them are from catching swarms.
Isn't that crazy? That is a lot of hives.
He's got either 3 or 4 bee yards that he puts hives in, and not all of them are at his house.
Well, he would have to be, because that's too many in one little place.
Yeah, and I was watching another beekeeper that said when you capture a hive, you have to, in order to keep, when you capture a swarm, in order to keep the swarm in the box, you're supposed to move it 5 miles from where you captured it. Keep it there for a week, and then you can move it wherever you want.
Yeah, so that number is different for different beekeepers. Most will agree it needs to be 2 miles or more. But you'll get to see.
Oh, question. How is Luke?
Oh, how is Luke? That's a good question. Luke is doing actually pretty well. I was going to see if nope, he's not done yet. He's still sitting there. I was looking through the window because he's sitting on the couch watching TV. You can see the TV blinking back here. He's on his feeding tube right now. I was going to say he could come out and see you guys, but he's on his feeding tube. Having breakfast. I haven't even had breakfast yet.
I haven't either. This is my breakfast today.
Yeah, so far this is all I've had for breakfast. Hibiscus berry.
Yes. Mockingbird berries you don't want.
No, that's different.
Yeah.
But there is maki berry too. That's the one I had last week.
That's kind of like macaw berries. You don't want them either.
No, those kinds of berries, like rabbit berries and
right.
Yeah, those you don't want those things. How was Luke?
Oh, Table Full in the Woods said they're going to be catching some swarms this summer. They have a swarm trap already.
Nice.
Given by a fellow beekeeper.
Nice. My apologies for not keeping up with the chat and recognizing that you guys wanted to see more about Luke's health. He's actually making some great improvements. Still working with him in a lot of ways, but continuing therapies. He does music therapy, massage therapy, the feeding, and
does he do dance?
He does dance. It's not really official therapy, but he does do the dance, the feeding therapies, and I can't tell you what else, but maybe nothing else.
Massage.
I can't. Right. So he does that on twice a week. But I think the feeding therapy has done a lot of good for him because his jaws are showing improvement. And he used to have really, really solid jaw muscles that just never moved. And so with the therapy, those muscles have become a little more relaxed. And
coming out of spasm.
Yes. Yes. So, and then he's moving his mouth a little more. It's a little easier, not always easy, but a little easier to understand. Oh, is he done?
Good morning, Carl. Carl just came in.
Oh, did he? Mm-hmm. Hey, brother. I'm telling Luke. Well, I was trying to tell Luke to come out because he was standing in the window. Is Luke talking louder now? Not really. Sometimes he gives a few words that come out very clear and nice, but we're still working on that. So the feeding or the therapist that works with the mouth is now going to switch her therapy method, and she's going to do more with breathing, which is going to help him regulate and be able to formulate his words better. At least that's the goal. He's met a lot of his goals in those therapies, and he's doing well. Hey, can you tell Luke? Can you get in there and tell? Get in there, kid. And tell Luke to come out here. Tell him to bring a chick and a duck.
Hey, Luke, bring a chicken, duck, and come out here. Luke, bring a baby chicken.
You guys are about to experience the passing of Espen. Let's see if this show can handle it. The show stayed on.
Not for long, don't worry about it. That's because it's been asleep the whole time.
Oh, now he's awake. Things are happening.
Yep.
Are you guys going to CYT? Callbacks. Speaking of CYT and callbacks, if you guys are at all interested in just watching a young lady develop her skills in theater, last night, my daughter Adeline did a audition. Forgot what it was called. Oh, here's the duck. And that video of her audition is on Mama Kirbs' Facebook. I don't know if that's visible to everyone. But. So this is our newest duck. The duck egg hatching this year has been a little sporadic. Oh, come on. Oh, don't fall.
I've never held a baby chicken. I've never held a chicken. Yeah.
I'm trying to give you a good view.
Held birds, but never
oh,
chickens.
look at the baby ducky. It was a baby ducky.
I got one too, not a ducky though.
Sometimes they'll nibble your face, and I like that. He's not doing it.
So cute and so tiny. Yeah.
Hey, look at my squirrels. Yeah.
She never got bigger than me.
My duck likes my squirrels.
She was a little tiny.
Oh, there it nibbled my face. Okay, you want to trade?
Sure.
So Kate now has a silky chick. And now I have a silky chick. Kate has a duck.
There you go, little one.
This is,
There you go. Yeah,
this one's not lavender, but I thought it was, but
Hold those lips.
can't see the color very well.
They're so cute.
I guess it's just going to be gray.
Aw.
Yeah.
Look at that little beak.
Hey, Silky.
Oh, it's so soft.
There's the
Aw.
focus.
Are you getting love?
Hey, baby Silky.
No, you can't go away. You have to stay in my hand. I love you too, but you got to stay there.
Aren't they adorable? They're just fun.
You want him back?
Looks bluish gray to me. Freaky Geek says it looks bluish gray. Sometimes they have a lavender tint. This one doesn't have the lavender. Maybe a
No, I look,
little,
but it's fine.
maybe a little bit of bluish, but it also has a little bit of a yellowish on the ends of the feathers. So I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes the grays surprise us. Hey, Sean's in with a squirrel. Give one more squirrel for the birds to play with.
Not interested.
I don't think she's interested. All right, Mama, you want to take this one?
Let's go back to her mama.
Yep, it's too cold to be away from Mama for very long. Shawn, in with the squirrel. Thank you, sir. Getting dangerously close to the eyeball range.
I have to try the other side.
I'll have to try the other side.
Well, you got 5 on one side now. It's time for 5 on the
Yeah,
other.
5 on the other side. 2 times for Shawn. What? Did he do 2? Oh, he did. He's cheating. He's cheating. There we go. Ah, baby chicks, baby ducks are just so much fun. We have, I still need to do the video that is the tour of the chicken coop where the Silkies are living. And I have some of that shot, but I may want to shoot more before I actually produce that video, just because I want that to be a decent video. I want you to see that coop because it is a fun, cute coop with lots of nice features. Well, I think.
And I love the
hey,
flooring.
Bryce with another one. Is this the Bryce?
No, it is a Bryce.
Is it a Bryce or the Bryce? Kate likes your Willie Nelson ponytail.
I like what?
Kate. Ronald likes Kate's Willie Nelson ponytail.
Oh. Yeah, I got about as much, about half as much hair as Willie has.
Mr. Bryce. Mr. Bryce is Espen's friend, and they'll be hanging out next week or soon.
Coming soon.
Yeah, he's going to visit and hang out with Espen for a little bit. Which one is your favorite? Which one of what?
She's been talking about the animals, so probably which one of the animals.
Oh, the ducks or chicks? I don't. If that's what you mean, I don't have favorites. Honestly,
mine is the feathered one.
The cute one. I like the cute one.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm really difficult. Really, anytime someone says, "What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? What's your favorite car? What's your favorite whatever?" I'm just not a very good favorites person. I have a. I appreciate a wide variety of things in general. Like for favorite color, being an artist, all of them. I like all of them. Really, I don't have a favorite color. When it comes to food, I do have some foods that I like more than others, but it's difficult for me to ever say that one is a favorite. Although for a long time, I would say my favorite meal. I don't eat it anymore because I don't eat meat or wheat. But Mama Kirbs used to make the best chicken noodles, chicken dumplings, the one with the fat noodles. Oh my goodness. Those were so good.
I was going to bring you some of the soup I'm making, but since y'all don't eat meat, I can't because it's made with beef broth.
Yep. We don't eat meat or wheat. So it makes things a little different. It makes it very difficult to feed us. We're a hard family to feed.
Oh, Carl says that his school has applied for a $2,500 grant for the pollinator garden, and it'll be awarded in June. So
nice.
We've got to pray for his school's
yes.
grant.
Good for you, Carl. Working the system, getting things that's going to teach those kids some good messages, showing them how nature works, how the pollinators work, how the plants grow, and yeah, that's good work.
We have a real new person on us today.
We do?
Anita Marshall just discovered your channel last night.
Hey, Anita Marshall. Where have you been? Daddykirbs Farm has been waiting for you to show up. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oh, thanks. I'm assuming this is Terry and not John from A Table Full in the Woods. If I'm wrong, John, forgive me. A Table Full in the Woods says, howdy. Anita, Blake is a great leader in our Texas homesteading community. I want to be, and thank you for saying that.
Also, they've been asked if you and the family eat eggs.
So I definitely do eat eggs. I'm not a vegan. My daughter is almost vegan, and her one exception right now is our very own farm eggs. She won't eat eggs from any other source. And well, unless she goes to a farm where she can see how those chickens are being raised and there's eggs. Like, she has to know where they're coming from. So that's her exception. So she's almost vegan. She has an Instagram account. I think it's called My Almost Vegan Life or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Anyway, she is showing some of the foods that she's experimenting with, and she is a really good cook. Like, it has a natural talent for flavors. And so it's just really fun sometimes to come home. She's like, hey, Dad, I made this. You want to try some? And when she was younger, sometimes that was a little risky because we just didn't know. But she has learned. We allowed her to experiment, and now she has learned, and she makes some really fantastic dishes. So it's really nice.
Does she have a vegan cookbook that she follows?
I don't know. Does Adeline? She doesn't typically follow recipes at all. But oh, it is John. Hey, sorry, John.
There's a couple people on Instagram she follows.
Okay, right. So she follows some Instagram recipe.
So her cookbook is online.
Right, right. But even then,
Dave's cookbook is also online.
Well, there's like millions of recipes.
Yeah, anything he wants me to cook, I can guarantee he'll print out the recipe and say, try this.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah. Makes it easy for me to decide what to make for dinner.
Yes. Yeah, because half of the battle sometimes is just trying to figure out, what are we doing? Mm-hmm. Maybe that's more than half the battle. So the John half of A Table Full in the Woods is hanging out with us, and the Terry half is hanging out in Washington State. Sometimes a bummer to be apart, but I'm glad you're with us, John.
Renato Luna says, my son is a pescatarian. He eats fish, but not meat.
Right.
I've never heard that word before.
Yep. So I used that description for my diet for years. I was a pescatarian because pesca, or whatever, the pesc is.
PSCA.
Right. So that's fish, and
that root word. That's Pisces.
Maybe.
I imagine.
You're smarter than I am.
Well, Pisces being fish.
Yep. Anita says, I'm a country girl stuck in the city, but we're doing the urban gardening thing. It's just getting into fermenting, which is how I discovered the channel. I'm curious, which one? Was it the kombucha video? Because that's how a lot of people find my channel.
Ronald Woodruff's fermented food is homemade beer.
Well, you're right. That is for some people a food group, and
it does have good things in it.
Yeah,
I mean, hops and grains and sugar. And
right.
I don't know what else goes into it, but. Oh, pesce, P-E-S-C-E is the Italian word for fish.
Oh, is it? Okay. There you go. We're learning all kinds of stuff, Kate.
Yeah. And Kilted said that it's the Latin word for fish.
Oh.
Pisces, I think, or Pisces. Can't pronounce it.
Mary Hoffman says, if you already explained this, sorry if you already explained this, why did you eliminate meat and wheat? Two different reasons. Meat, so I call it my vegetarian roller coaster in my life. I've done vegetarianism to different degrees, up and down, since I was 17, probably. At some points, I experimented with going all the way vegan and then coming back to vegetarian, going through, lacto-ova vegetarian, meaning milk and cheese, or milk and eggs, dairy and eggs, and then also going to the pescatarian. And I've really done, it's just been up and down. And so recently here on the farm, when we got the farm, the homestead, we started raising meat chickens. And part of the reason, a very big reason for myself and now even my daughter, that we choose to not care for meat is that most people eat industry meat, and industry meat is pretty terrible. I'm not preaching. I'm just saying that the industry that provides our meat is terrible.
It is very inhumane.
Inhumane, disgusting. It's the animals are a commodity instead of living beings, and we don't like that, so we wanted to eliminate as much of that as possible. And so when we came to the farm, we started growing our own chicken and almost eliminating all industry meat. That's been a process. And then at some point, I just got tired of killing chickens. Like, I just really got tired of it. I can do it. I can process a chicken, and I can do it fairly rapidly so the chicken doesn't suffer long. And I feel like I can manage that well, but I just got tired of doing it. So
2 minutes to the end of the show.
Oh no, 2 minutes.
And shout out to patrons.
Thank you. So
Thank Waitree.
yes, Waitree is always looking out for me. So just to wrap that story up, I finally decided that I'm not going to eat industry meat. I'm kind of tired of processing, butchering my own meat. So the logical end to that is just not eating meat. And my family is on board with that. Everybody. Now, Mama Curbs occasionally might somewhere have a little something, but she's near vegetarian. I'm, anyway, so that's the story there. And wheat is because I read the book Wheat Belly, and it just makes so much sense that we probably shouldn't be including that into our diets. That, from my perspective, based on what I read in that book. All right. So what did I miss? We're there. We're here at the end. And we are 3 squirrels short. Hopefully next week you guys can see the squirrel. All right. I am so happy that you guys are here with me. And it's really exciting to share this community, being able to just share our stories, share time, and bounce ideas off of each other, support each other, encourage each other. Speaking of support and encouragement, my patrons do that for me every month. I have now 32 patrons that donate a little at a time, and that helps me provide the things that I need to keep this channel going, mostly in the form of cameras, microphones, tripods, and yes, even squirrel hats and charms. My patrons paid for that. So thank you very much for being a patron, those of you who are, and supporting me in that way. And everyone else, thank you for supporting me by showing up and just being a part of this community and loving on each other in the chat, because you guys are really good at that, and also loving on me and helping me to feel like my story truly does matter. I believe your story matters. Get out there and tell it and love on somebody. Thanks. We will talk to you soon.
Bye.